I have abuse in my past, domestic violence in my past. I left a few abusive relationships. But the point is that I'm intimately familiar with the process. I've since educated myself. I've gone through PTSD, therapy. I've done the whole gambit. So fast forward, I'm married to a wonderful man.
Awesome.
And his brother, he's great. His brother he was atrociously violent with his wife, my sister-in-law.
Oh, man.
And they have two children. So I knew it when I met him. Victims know. I feel like you can feel it. So I told him when I met him, don't leave me alone with this man. There's something wrong. I bet you he hurts her. And then fast forward, it comes out he was arrested for strangulation, assault with a deadly weapon for her, and so much more, because you and I both know victims won't really tell you the whole truth.
Okay, hold on. Sit with me for a second. You're taking off on a train track on me. Sit with me.
Sorry.
Okay, no, you're okay. Don't ever apologize. I just want you to stay with me now. Listen to me now, okay? You've been unsafe in the past, and you're okay right now, okay?
Yes, I am.
You're with me. You can exhale. Drop your shoulders. I can hear them all the way up around your ears.
Yeah, I'm shaking. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good. I'm proud of you for having the courage to tell your story, what happened, and I can feel the advocacy coming out, which is awesome. I love fierce advocates. I love them.
Okay. Do you want me to continue? I'm sorry.
Yeah, go for it. No, don't ever stop. No apologizing.
Okay.
No apologizing.
Fast forward, and she would call me because I said, look, I can tell something's wrong. If you ever need me, please call me. And so, she would share with me, he'd hide keys, he would lock her in rooms, like things that really bad things. And there's worse going on. And after a while, I told her, look, okay, I can't hear this. It's taking me to a bad place. Call me when you're done. So she called me last year. We put together a safety plan. She left, got a protection order, and he moved in with my in-laws.
Oh, God.
And the in-laws called me and said, I know you've been through this. What do we do? And I said, we have to be in her corner right now, and he needs to face consequences, right? This is what we have to do. My husband's in law enforcement, and he's seen this too. So we were both on the same page. We opened our home to her and the kids, and the siblings rallied behind her. There's a lot of siblings in this household. And we had Christmas at our house without the in-laws and him, because no one wanted to be around him. So fast forward.
Hold on. So her mom and dad chose him?
No, his parents. She doesn't have anyone.
Okay.
Unfortunately. So we rallied around her, but they chose to have Christmas with him without their grandkids, without anybody else. And this man is not good. It has since come out that there was sexual abuse perpetrated by him in the household.
Okay, hold on. Let's stop talking about him. He's a he's a terrible sick person.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But your body's need to protect you keeps him front and center, which means in a strange way, he's running your life.
Oh, I want to do things to this man.
I know you do. I know you do. But listen, but that puts him 2 inches from your eyesight at all times. And in a weird way, that gives him a strange power over your life. Let's set that guy down.
Okay.
That doesn't mean we don't pursue justice. That doesn't mean that we don't take care of it. But he is not going to run my life.
Okay. I will.
Every time you feel yourself heading off towards, if I just had 5 minutes with him, whatever, in the nerd world, we call that rumination, but you are having imaginary conversations, you're having imaginary fist fights with him, you're having these, but your body doesn't know the difference. And it has a script for fight or flight because you've been through this hell before.
Yeah.
And there's times when abuse victims, I'll tell them, when you feel that imaginary conversation pop up, literally say out loud, no, not having this conversation. Because he's not there. He's not there, right?
Bye, Felicia. Yeah,
bye, Felicia.
I can do that.
Not having, and then here's the magic. Because that sounds trite and easy. You have to refill that gap, that space that you just cut off with a positive interaction about your husband, about your sister-in-law, about somebody else. That's where most people don't get it right. They just say no. And then he's like, oh yeah. And there's nothing to backfill it.
All right. That's helpful. Thank you.
And so you starting that imaginary conversation again, here we go. And usually it's weird. Either people are in the shower or they're driving.
For sure.
And it's like, I'm just, and your body's like, oh, game on again. It flips the switch and you are flooded with action chemicals. Let's go. Mm-hmm. But that's when your husband gets in the car and says, hey, good afternoon. And you're like, what? Right? Or your kid's like, hey, mom. And you're like, don't hey me. Right? And suddenly other people that you love and care about walk into a buzzsaw. You see what I'm saying?
I do. And I'm always on my toes like that. And I went to therapy too, because if I saw him, I was going to throw down. But that isn't even my question. So we recently got together as a family, and I could not handle these people acting like everything was fine.
Okay, stop. Stop.
Yeah.
Then don't.
What do you mean?
Your whole life has been you thrown in the trunk of somebody else's car driving the direction they wanted to go. And I want you to sit firmly in the front seat of your own life. If other people are going to be morons.
That's what my husband says. I don't know. He knows how to do this. I don't.
But I'm just telling you, it sounds so overly complicated. This is not a problem you're going to solve with facts. This isn't a problem you're going to solve with anger or rage. They have picked their team. The only person you can control here is you. And what that means is I am not going to let people who protect violent criminals who hurt women, they don't get a vote in my day. I'm going to call the police and I'm going to go on about my life.
Well, if it was within the jurisdiction here, we would call the police. That's not a problem.
Then if you can, you can't, right? But
right. They're in a different city, and so when we get together, I just don't understand how
you won't, because it's madness.
Yeah. Well, then how do you interact with these people?
You don't.
I don't.
They have.
Can I just check out? Because I don't know.
No.
I don't know how this works.
They have opted out of your life. They opted out. And then the step you're skipping here is grief. I'm so sad. You won't never find a rational answer to an irrational act.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. And it's that old proverb, I've said it 20 times on the show. I finally sat down with my anger and she took off her mask and revealed herself as grief. I am sad that I have this picture of my family. I have been a good person. I've endured hell. I'm married well. And yet somebody else, some other violent, evil person ends up in my family and disrupts this picture that I've worked so hard to preserve. That should make me heartbroken and sad.
Thank you.
And if you haven't wept for the picture that should be, families taking care of each other, criminals in jail, you need to spend some time in grief. And grief, and by the way, grief for an abuse survivor is terrifying because grief is submission. It's humility. It's saying, I can't carry this any longer. And for an abuse survivor, that feels like weakness and exposure.
Yeah.
It feels like powerlessness.
Okay. Dang it, I didn't think I'd cry. All right. With the holidays coming up, is this just...
It's yes.
We're not having holidays over there? We're doing it with us?
You can do whatever you want.
Place?
I'm not going to. Yes.
I don't, yeah.
And so here's the order. Number one, I'm going to reclaim my autonomy, my strength. I don't love the word power, but I'll give that to you here. You've been through enough. I'm going to reclaim my seat in the front seat of the car that is my life. And since I'm married, sometimes I drive, sometimes he drives. But I'm in the front seat. I'm not in the trunk of my own life anymore. I've had old husbands put me in there. I've had my parents put me in there when I was a kid. I've had abusers put me in there. I will not get in the trunk again. Okay? And then the second step is, hey, honey, I'm going to be sad as all bloody hell that we can't have a regular old, goofy, dumb, complainy, bad ham, cheap wine, get-together holiday. And the third thing is empowerment. The ... So here's what I'm going to do. It's the action part. So I'm going to have the most badass Christmas at my house, and people are welcome, and we're going to dance and laugh, and y'all going to play my stupid games because it's my freaking house.
I don't want to hurt my husband in all this. I mean...
Here's the deal. You can't control that either. He has a right to be super, super sad. But you can't make him feel any kind of way. And I'll tell you this, and I would tell him if he was on his phone, on the phone. If he demands or whatever, even suggests that his wife, who is a multiple time domestic violence survivor, heads into the home of someone who gives refuge to that kind of evil, right?
I feel like you just articulated what I wanted to say this whole time.
Okay, but it's you
no, my husband would not. He's so good. He's like, well, we're dealing with idiots and we can't control them. And he has this uncanny ability to just turn off his emotions.
Well, he's a cop. He doesn't. No, he doesn't. He's a cop. Yeah. He doesn't turn them off. He shoves them way down. He shoves them down.
Okay, fair enough. That's true. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But here's the thing. Y'all aren't crazy. The part y'all are missing is grief.
Thank you.
It's all grief is the gap between what we wanted to be true and what actually showed up.
Thank you.
And so even if you have to sit down, there's no William Glasser exercise. Sit down with your husband and draw a car and draw y'all two in the front seat. Literally look at it like children and say, we get to decide where this thing goes. What do we want our house to feel like during the holidays?
Is it wrong of me to not want to see or talk with them at all?
Nope.
Is that too far?
Nope.
I feel so guilty about it.
Okay, choose guilt over resentment. Choose safety over fear.
Thank you.
Okay. Can I tell you I'm really honored by your call?
Well, I appreciate your help. I just look for resources and how do you deal with families who do this, and I'm fighting nothing. And my therapist helped me control me, right? So I won't punch him if I see him, which is great because I did do karate as part of my healing, so I would hurt him. But, no one had a really good way to deal with this, and I just sat in a corner the last time and felt very numb and angry, and that's... Okay. It's just not how to deal with things.
So I want you to use. Oh, but here's the thing. Let me honor you for a second. You tried exposure therapy on your own, for lack of better terms. You tried, and your body said no, rightfully so. And so here's how we go forward. You don't attack your husband. He sounds like he's an awesome guy.
He's great.
You say the words, "This year, I'm choosing safety for the holidays. I'm choosing laughter. I'm choosing silly." And y'all come up with 3 or 4 words. And y'all shake hands on that and then say, so that means we're not going to the in-laws' house. That means we're not going to fill in the blank. And with those decisions comes grief. With those decisions comes sadness. With those boundaries comes reality and heartbreak. But nobody should ride in the trunk of their own car anymore. Back to the front seat. Proud of you, my sister. I'm proud of you.